Hello and welcome to Love Laura Tarot. Today I have another deck review video for you. This is not a tarot deck, this is a oracle deck this time. So welcome back if you're a previous viewer or subscriber. It's really nice to see you again and I'm glad you're here for this sort of deck review journey. I have a lot of tarot decks and a lot of oracle decks, so it's nice to see you guys again. And welcome if you're a new viewer, it's great to have you. And subscribe, keep up to date on these videos. I've got lots of them and they're really good, if I say so myself. So today's deck review is of the Citadel Oracle Fantasy Oracle deck. And as I said in my previous pick a card video, which was the Eclipse Glow Up one, this is one of my favorite oracles to work with, for especially for character or like people identifier cards, because of the cards are such good characters and such like so different. There's so many different, there's such a variety here, and I really enjoy that about this oracle. So what we'll do, apologies for the lighting, it's a very sunny morning here in London, so for once it's not raining and I quite liked it, so I thought I'd keep the lighting as it was today. So let me bring up the deck here for you so you can see. So the box itself is quite sturdy. It's a sturdy box, and you know I love that if you follow my videos. It's got the illuminated sort of like, it's not gold, it's like rose gold coloured. I think it's gilding. I don't know what it's called really, but I just say gilding because I don't know what else to say. So it's got that on it, and you've got these really detailed illustrations, and they're kind of quirky, and I love them. So this is the front of the box. This is the first side, and this is one of the cards. So it's like each of the cards kind of features on the box, and then you've got the back of the box, which has the like more detailed pictures of some of the cards. I'm trying to zoom it in for you so you can get some good details of it before, like in case you want to purchase this deck, which I would recommend for this one, especially if you do character readings or readings where you want to know about a certain person. I use it in readings where I want to show what someone is like now and what they're developing into. So yeah, this is the back of the box. This is the other side of the box. This is the top of the box. And then this is the bottom of the box. So this is one of the oracle types that stands. So you'd have it like in your collection like that, rather than like flat or on its side. So that's sort of what we're looking at here with this deck. So what I'm going to do is, rather than open it like I usually do sitting down, this is how we're going to open it today. So here we are. This is what it looks like. You open it by pulling down this magnetic sort of part of the box, and it says here, Faber Esque Quisque Fortune. That probably means something in Latin. I'm sure it does. If you know or you speak Latin, please put that in the comments because I've never worked that out. And then we have, this is cool. So it looks like nothing's here in this box, and then you kind of let it slide out. OMG. And then that's the inside of the box. It's an eye. Very series of unfortunate events-esque. Waves. Maybe like bubbles. Okay, so that's the box part of it. So we'll put that there a second. And then this is what slid out. So it's kind of like a box in the box. You've got these illustrations on it. Very fine illustrations of snakes and roses and waves and bees. That's that. And then in here, you've got the cards and the guidebook. So let me tip these out, and I will lay this here so you can see throughout what we're dealing with in terms of guidebooks. And then I will put the cards here for a second so they can slide everywhere. And then this is the guidebook. That's what it looks like. Very thick book. And as usual, it is a illustrated and color guidebook. It deals with each of the cards. But what's interesting about this one is it's set up so this oracle is more of like a story themed oracle. So you have to read like about, so it's got like the map here of like where every character is from, but you've got a quick reading guide and everything, a intro to the Citadel. And then when you're using it, if you've got a card, so look up a card, you have to find like which section the character sits in. So it's not alphabetical, it's not anything like that. So you have like the court and these are the cards that sit in the court. Then you've got the academy, they're the cards that sit in the academy. Then you've got the crowd, they're the crowd cards, and then you've got the troop cards, and I think, yeah, that's it. So it's almost like you've got 4 suits, but yeah, they're not, so it's not alphabetical. You have to actually find the card in here. These are alphabetical, but you've got like the 4 different suits, if you want to say, for the cards. So let's flip to a random page. So here we go, the patron. So in here you'll have a picture of the card, and then you've got this amazing like story. It gives you a little story for each card, and then you've got like a reverse meaning for it. So let's do, what's the top card down there? The archer. So let's go here. So if we want to find the art, let's do it for instance here. So let's pick a card. So if I go back to the deck, we've got like, we'll split the deck and we'll pick the Smith. So this is our card we're going to pick. So we'll go back to the guidebook. We'll go in here and we'll go, where is the Smith? So the Smith is right here. It is on page 110. It's in the crowd. And it gives you some little keywords. So taking action, overthinking. So we'll go to 110. Okay, the Smith. So this is what we've got. So we've got a picture of the card here. And then we've got the description up here. So I'll read it to you because they're so good. So you've got, the coal glow heat of the forge is a sharp contrast to the cold of the streets outside. In the gloom of the smithy, a hammer strikes iron. Something new and beautiful is being created, or is created beneath a shower of sparks. There is a rhythm to the hammer and anvil, and in their work, the smith can turn their mind away from the rest of the world and focus solely on the task at hand. They know the value of working out a plan of action before heating the metal, but they also know that overthinking it will not benefit them. The time to strike is when the iron is hot. There's something on your mind that you've been planning for a long time, and though it may be easier to keep putting it off, the time for action is here. By continuing to overthink things you're going to miss your opportunity. Seize the day and get to it. You'll feel so much lighter afterwards. So you've got like a little story bit here, and then you've got like almost like the upright position here, and then you have the reverse meaning here. So it's got you're currently stuck in a situation that you caused yourself by rushing into without suitable preparation beforehand. The consequences of your impulsive actions are starting to catch up with you, but you can't blame others for them. It's time to admit that you're at fault here and learn from this for next time. So you've got like a story, upright meaning, reverse meaning, and honestly, no matter what type of reading it is, I love reading this because it always manages to like fit in with whatever the reading is. Don't ask me how it works, I don't know, but it's great for 1, identifying characters, and 2, sort of even just really good sound advice. So I think this is a great deck for that. So they're all the cards you've got. I think it has like, every deck has a spread. Here we go. You've got different spreads in the back of the book. It's a good book. It's a good guidebook for the actual like deck. Okay, so back to the Oracle deck at hand. So let me put this in. I'll put it here because then that's another factor to bring in. So the deck itself, the cards are a really odd shape. I think that adds to the sort of like appeal of the deck, that the cards are such strange shapes, and they're not difficult to shuffle like because of this strange shape. Like if you look, they're not that terrible to shuffle. They're still kind of flat in the main like essence of the card. They're still fairly flat and easy to shuffle with. A bit irritating, they do slip around a bit with the weird shape, but it does look cool when you make like a reading, and like let's say you want to do that, and like it does look good when you can start piling together and making cool patterns. Pardon me. So you can make cool patterns out of them. So that's those. I will show you the cards now because the cards are amazing and I love all of them. I don't think, I'll see if I can pick out some favorites for you as we go, but yeah, I'll show you the actual cards now from the deck. Okay, I want to get it so the lighting is just right so you can see the gilding on them, but we'll see how much of that I can capture in this video. Okay, here we go. It's the puppeteer. So that's the deck, and that's all the cards you get. And like you've got the pictures here. Let me see if I can make sure they're in focus. Okay, so you've got the pictures and everything. You've got the name. You've got the little keywords here for them. They are extremely detailed, and yeah, they're great to use. They're easy to handle. The cardstock is really thick. You don't have to worry about bending them or creasing them. Yeah, they're great cards. So that's that. Okay, so in terms of my favorite cards, let me get a couple out for you. Okay, hang on. Okay, I've managed to come up with some favorite cards for you. So, as much as I love the detail of these cards, so like I love these cards here, like for their detail, I think they have so much detail on them that there's always something that catches your eye. So when you're trying to read like any of the cards in a reading, there's always something new that sort of catches your eye, like a glint of like some of the gilding on it. And you know, the pictures are just so good. And they really sort of like inspire you a bit in readings and give something for you to look at. And you're like the person you're reading for, it gives them something to sort of look at and try and focus on. And yeah, the keywords are great. So I love these for the detail. Again, I like this card for the whole like astronomy aspect. It's a really good way of like presenting it with the black, and then you've got the gilding. Okay, moving on to some more top favorites before we get to my number one. I think these ones are very Game of Thronesy. Like you've got the Hound, and then you've got the Spy Master, very much like you know the Hound and like Peter Baelish and everything. I think they're really good in that aspect. So like it triggers any sort of like fantasy world you've got in mind. It sort of sings back to that, which is cool. So that's not, we're not there yet. We're not on my favorite yet. And then like I've got I like the simplicity of these ones. I think they're so simple, but they present what the cards are trying to sort of tell you in such a good way. So you've got like the waker with the brightness and like the light, and the sleeper with the darkness and sort of avoiding everything. So I think the simplicity of the cards themselves is really, really amazing. So that's those. And then we've got, okay, this is quite a funny one. This is more of like calling back. I once did a reading, and the cards that came out, it was a love reading, and the cards that came out for the person and their person were the king and queen. And I love the way they're both presented as like almost different but the same here. You've got like the flowers for the queen, and then you've got the sort of nuts for the man, for the king, which I thought was really funny to come in a reading like. So they always have a special place in my heart from this deck. And then of course you've got like the like chiromancy card. I love that with the hand with all the different star signs on it, and the like symbols for planets I think on there. Well, anyway, I like the pictures on this card. You've got to love the witch card. You've got to love it with the different moon cycles, and like that's brilliant. Very good way to present that card. And then I love the brightness of this card and the way the light catches on it. It really catches your eye. I really love that card. But my favorite card, and not just for picture's sake, will always be the Catalyst. And the reason being, not just because it's got some amazing little bees on it. I hope you can see them in this, but let me bring it close. So this is my favorite card. So it's got some cute bees on it, and you know it's got like the writing and the rock and everything. But this will always be my favorite card because this was the very first card I pulled out of this deck. So that has always got a special place in my heart. Okay, so going back to the deck itself, the one issue I have with it is it being like, is putting it away. I find it really irritating to put away. It's not that difficult, but it just is kind of annoying. So with this one, I always find I have to put the book in first, and sometimes the book gets actually stuck to the inside of this box. Then I put the cards in. It's kind of a tight fit, and it's kind of irritating, but they fit back in eventually. And then after that, I've got to get this open, and then I've got to put this in here. And then you've got to make sure it's lined up right, otherwise this looks really weird if you put it in and you've got like this upside down accidentally. I find that really irritating. and then like that. But that is the only flaw I have for the Citadel Oracle. Other than that, this is one of my favorite decks to use. It's got so much detail. It has a character for everyone, every situation. The pictures are amazing. The Gildan is amazing. The box, even though I don't love it, it's amazing. Everything about it, it makes it one of my favorite decks to use. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down in the comments, like, subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this and more pick a card readings. And yeah, let me know if what any other oracle decks or tarot decks you want me to review or show you one here in case you're thinking of buying them but you're not sure, and I might have them and I can show you them. So thank you, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.